Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we come back with a new video for you, and this video was suggested by Joanna, and Joanna asked us if we could do a video on 10 things that we wished we knew about regarding marriage and raising a family before we got married.
Yeah.
Yes, and today that's what we're doing. We're going to see 10 things that we wish we knew about before we got married, pertaining to marriage and raising kids. So the way we'll do it is that I'll say 5 things, and then Serge, my husband, gonna say 5 things. We're gonna rotate. Okay.
All right.
Do you wanna start?
Well,
Okay, you start.
I'll let you start. Ladies first. Yeah. Go ahead.
You can go. We talk about women being
right.
powerful
now. We don't need the men to slap on it. Yep. Well, we have 10 things we went to you, and I believe the first thing is when you get married is that you wish you know. Well, I wish I knew before I get married. Well, I kind of know it, but maybe not to some extent. Is that all decision once you get married have to be taken mutually. Whether it is the smallest thing, smallest decision you want to do, you want to discuss it with your spouse because you never know what she might disagree with. And I think my wife can testify.
It's really important to
talk things.
almost everything.
Yeah,
we have to discuss. And see if it's gonna work for the two of you, and if you have kids, and if it's gonna work for the kids too. Yeah. Okay, so that's number one.
Yep.
And
number two,
mm-hmm. You need a support system.
Yeah,
trust me.
I've learned that. I've learned that that because a lot of time we don't have anybody, and once you need somebody to help you out with something because you don't have that person, it can be very, very challenging.
It can be difficult. It's good to have a support system for when you have a family, because you need more time. And sometimes, I know at least in our culture, it's nice to hear elders, people who went through things that you're going through right now. They can give you advice. They can guide you a little bit. I'm not saying you have to take everything as Bible, but sometimes it's really important to have someone who can give you advice to help you face some situations that you're dealing with.
Yeah, whether it's a friend, whether it's a good family member, you do need that. Mm-hmm. Well, number 3 is, this one is related to having children, is it takes a lot of time to raise kids. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of time, especially if you want to raise them properly. You don't want them spend the whole day in daycare and you spend the whole day walking. You want to spend time with them. It takes a lot of time to do that. And it doesn't get any easier as they're getting older, I tell you that. I mean, when they turn 18, fair game. But it takes a lot of time. You have to be there for them. Because the more you're not there for them, you're not seeing the milestone. You want to see when they walk, walk, even the first tooth, you want to see it coming out. Mm-hmm. So it takes a lot of time. You need to be there because the more you're not there, the more damaging it goes into your children.
I agree. I agree. Sometimes, it's tough when you are away.
Yeah.
I personally spend a lot of time out, and because I teach.
Yeah.
And I feel sometimes as a mom, I feel guilty because I wish I could be home. So.
And those are precious moments. You don't want to really lose them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very precious.
Yeah.
How about number 4?
Number four. Number four. It's related to number three. So, because you have to spend so much time with your kids, you may not have time to go on dates like you used to do when you didn't have kids. Because now the time that you have is divided. You have to take care of kids, and I'm not saying dating is not important after marriage. It's really important, but you may not be able to go on dates like you used to.
Yeah, like you used to. I mean, maybe once a week if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why this having a support system is so important.
It's important. Yeah, to have someone to let the kids go for the weekend. You can get
or maybe a few hours.
Yeah, a few hours.
A weekend. Oh, that's great.
That'd be great.
But a few hours.
A few hours.
It's more.
The fifth thing we'll talk about is the mental toll it takes on you. It takes a lot of things mentally to raise children.
Yeah, and sometimes it can be loud.
They can be loud.
Yeah, sometimes they can cry a lot.
Yeah, and you'll be very, 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 very tired. And sometimes you'll be sleeping like, oh man, I sleep with the same clothes that I came from work with, and it is all normal because it's just temporary.
It's a phase.
It gets better when they get older. When I mean older, I don't mean 5 years old. At 2 they call them terrible twos. So I don't believe that 2 is better. But yeah, I mean it's a beautiful thing having children get us wrong. It's just that it takes a lot of mental toll. They're loud. Sometimes you want a bit of silence to speak with someone or to get something done, and they're gonna question you in the middle of your conversation too.
Yeah. Sometimes you're wondering if they're waiting until you pick up the phone.
Yeah. And don't let people make you feel guilty. No matter how well raised the kids are, they have questions, and they're gonna ask you questions while you're having a conversation. That's because you don't tell them it's not good, but that's what they feel like.
That's kids. Yeah, I mean they get to a point where that's what they do. They question a lot. Like we have a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
He asks a lot of questions, and that's okay. And if he doesn't do that, sometimes that may show some kind of lack of I wouldn't say intelligence, but curiosity that could lead to intelligence. So
how about number 6?
Yeah, number 6. You'll have lots of differences and disagreements. Yeah. And when you get married, it doesn't mean that you see everything the same way. There are certain things that you will see differently, and that's okay.
That's okay. It's okay to agree to disagree. Just make sure, if you get some fight along the process, it's a healthy one. Some fight can really derail a relationship. So be okay to accept disagreement and then work your way to an agreement. Because work your way to an agreement, it's not easy. 2 people, 2 different families trying to mix it together, trying to merge. It's just a merge, as long as you are together trying to mix, so you'll always find differences. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, I don't want to lose track. Number 6. You did 6. I did 7.
Number 7.
Number 7. The love you'll have for your child or for children is incomparable. There's nothing. Sometimes you'll be stressful and they make you feel better. And obviously, as they go older, they show love to you. I know, give me a kiss when I pick them up.
Yeah.
Whenever they are at daycare time. And it's just so rewarding. There's nothing more rewarding. It's like the fruits of yourself trying to pop you and make you feel better.
It's like the fruits of your love.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So there's nothing compared to that. And
Yeah. Sometimes they'll do something that's really simple. Yeah. And you feel like, oh man, look at her dancing, or look at her, like like the youngest can say, "Mama" now, and that's that warms your heart. Yeah. And every milestone. You feel happy, and kids bring lots of joy,
and
happiness.
All right,
number 8. Number 8. Keep your individuality. Yes, you're married, But it's really important to keep your individuality.
Yeah.
You know,
you can change who you are.
Yeah, you can't change who you are. Who you are. You can't change who you are, and it's nice sometimes to have a hobby. You know, keep your preferences. Spend some time doing what you like, and
Yeah,
that
you cannot
also
let your
can help
partner
you
change you to be someone you're not. You know, so because sometimes when you marry someone, you feel like, oh, this person should be compatible. If you don't do that, man, there will always be incompatibility. You just have to make it work. So you have to be yourself. You know, you have to be yourself.
Yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do number 9. All right, number 9 is communication. Communication. I mean, don't get the numbers twisted. The number 9 doesn't mean it's the least important.
Yeah,
it may be the most important thing.
Yeah, communication.
Communication.
Yeah.
Communication and communication. Let's say when we buy a house, it's a location, and relationship, it's communication. Everything got to be communicated. Remember when we started, it says mutually agreed and things. You know, talk things out, express yourself. If you do something, the other person does not agree, express yourself. Why did you do it? What make you think that way? So, you know, sometimes we forget to reply them, but it's important to communicate with your partner. So, communication.
Yeah.
All right, let's do
number 10.
Number 10. There you go. We get to the magic number.
Yeah. So number 10, that's more related to women. And I've gone through it. And it's the fact that changing your last name can be a big deal. And yeah, the process of changing last names, I know there are some societies where this is not even required. You don't change your name after marriage, your last name after marriage. But in most societies, you change your last name, and at least that's expected. You have the choice to keep your last name or not, but it's expected to change your last name. Yes. But it can be a big deal. So it's really important to really think about that process and the consequences of doing so before you change your last name.
Or if the person doesn't want to change it completely, whether you change to connect your last name
use a
with
hyphen.
the other hyphenated, this way you can still keep it, because you don't want later to say, hey, I wish, or the process is difficult to change, or I wish I didn't have that last name, or this person, family did that, I wish I didn't have their last name. So just consider that, as my wife says, some culture is not even required, and some it's optional. But most culture it is required.
It's expected.
It's expected that you carry your husband last name when you get married. So that change can be something some don't know, but eventually happen.
Yeah. So these are the 10 things.
10 things.
Yeah, that we wish we knew before we get married
and have
children. And have kids. Yeah, I hope that could help you reflect a little bit. And if there are other ones that you've had experiences with and you like to share, please feel free to do that. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please comment, subscribe, and share this video. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
See you then.
See ya.
Peace.